Why does it feel like the harder I work, the poorer I get? You know that feeling, right? You're playing defense while everyone else seems to be playing offense. Those interest charges on your credit card, they're not just interest. They're a tax on not understanding how money really works. It's a painful truth, but it's the first step. I know you're probably asking yourself, just tell me, what's the best way to invest? But I'm going to tell you something you might not want to hear. That question is a trap. It is a trap because the best way to invest for someone drowning in high-interest debt is completely different from someone who is debt-free. You have to start at the beginning. So let me ask you this. Do you have at least 3 months of living expenses saved up in an emergency fund? If the answer is no, you're building a castle on quicksand. Any financial progress you make is one unexpected bill away from collapsing. You might be thinking that investing will fix all your problems, that you can out-earn your debt. But you can't outrun a 23% APR monster. While you're bleeding money to credit card interest, any investment gains are just a drop in the bucket. It's like trying to fill a bathtub with the drain wide open. The first real step is to look in the mirror and define your goals. Without a clear destination, every dollar you have is already lost before it even leaves your wallet. Then there's the fear. What if the market crashes? That's not risk. That's just noise. Real risk is not knowing why you're invested in the first place. You want financial freedom, not more fear. And to get there, you need a system, not just a wish. So let's build that system, piece by piece. First, your employer's 401k match. If your company offers to match your contributions, you take it. No excuses. It's the easiest, fastest raise you will ever get in your life. Skipping it is like turning down free money. I see people do it all the time, and it's heartbreaking. You're literally leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year. Next, let's talk about IRAs, individual retirement accounts. Roth or traditional? The difference comes down to when you pay taxes, now or later. Understanding this is like finding a cheat code for the game of wealth. Paying taxes on the seed with a Roth IRA means all your future growth and withdrawals in retirement can be tax-free. Or you can get a tax deduction now with a traditional IRA and pay taxes later. The right choice depends on your current income versus what you expect to earn in retirement. So, where do you put the money? Do you start picking stocks? No. Unless you're a full-time financial analyst with a team of researchers, picking individual stocks is a gambler's game. Your future is not a lottery ticket. Instead, you buy the market. You invest in low-cost, broad-market index funds. From day one, you are instantly diversified, owning a tiny piece of hundreds or even thousands of the world's biggest companies. What about bonds? They might sound boring, but boring is beautiful when the stock market decides to punch you in the throat. Bonds act as a stabilizer in your portfolio, providing a cushion during those inevitable downturns. They're the defensive line for your financial team. And real estate? You might think, I can't afford a house. That's okay, you don't need to. REITs, or real estate investment trusts, let you invest in a portfolio of properties just like you'd invest in a stock. You can get exposure to the real estate market without the headache of being a landlord. The most powerful force in this entire universe is compounding. Start early. Even small, consistent amounts can explode into a fortune over time. It's a force of nature. I know what you might be thinking. I've already wasted so many years. Stop. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now, today. And whatever you do, diversify. Never bet your entire future on one single company, one sector, or one hot idea. Focus is for developing your skills to increase your income. Diversification is for protecting your wealth. So how do you handle the emotional roller coaster of the market? The panic when everything turns red? You automate. You set up automatic investments every single week or every single month. This is called dollar cost averaging. It removes your feelings from the equation. When the market is down, your fixed dollar amount buys more shares. When it's up, it buys fewer. No emotion, no timing, no fear required, just pure discipline. You don't need to check it every day. You don't need to hold forever without a plan. You hold long enough to let compounding work its magic. Review your portfolio once a year. Rebalance it back to your target allocation if it's drifted. Then, and this is the hard part, leave it alone. Let the system do the work. If you feel like you're going to mess it up, that's okay. There's no prize for doing this all by yourself. You can use a robo-advisor, which builds and manages a portfolio for you for a very low fee. Or you can hire a human financial advisor. Getting help is a sign of strength, not weakness. I want you to know something. Money doesn't hate you. It doesn't love you. Money is indifferent. It doesn't care about your past mistakes or your future dreams. But it listens. It listens when you finally give it a clear direction, a purpose, a plan. Imagine the feeling of paying off that last high-interest credit card. That isn't just a financial win. That's mental bandwidth returning to your brain. It's clarity. It's power. Imagine making that first investment, buying your first index fund. You didn't just buy a ticker symbol. You just bought a piece of the global economy. You are now an owner. Why didn't anyone teach us this in school? Because chaos is profitable for the big institutions. Clarity, on the other hand, is powerful for you. The best way to invest isn't some secret trick or a hot stock tip. It's a plan that is personalized to you, disciplined in its execution, and yes, probably a little boring. And that boring, disciplined plan is what makes it unstoppable. Freedom starts long before you're rich. It starts the moment you take control. But here's the thing. Even with this perfect plan, the emergency fund, the debt payoff, the automated investing in diversified funds, you could still fail. You could do everything right and still end up stuck. There's one more rule. A rule that matters more than everything I just told you. It's the rule nobody ever talks about, the one that quietly decides who gets stuck in the struggle forever and who finally breaks free. Thanks for watching. If you want to discover that final game-changing rule, make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell because you won't want to miss what comes next.